Okay.
Alright, it's loaded.
All right. Let's get started then. Okay. Welcome everybody to Cyberpunk Red Tales of the Red Street Stories. We're gonna go through the prologue right now, and part of this is just gonna be first off introducing each of your characters and going through the very first mission as a crew of Edgerunners. So just to set the scene for you guys, um, you know, for whatever reason that you guys have, each of you have some reason that you want to make it in Night City. Whether it's just money to survive, what you call it, maybe there's some goal you want. Maybe you just want to just have a better life. You know, you have that Night City dream. The City of Dreams is what Night City is usually called. Is what it's known for, and you guys have a dream that you want to achieve, and you know that becoming Edgerunners will lead you there. And so you found all the people that have somehow been somehow connected to your life in some ways or others, and decided to form a crew. Each of you are established in your own way, and coming together, working together, you guys might lead to your goal. And so one of the first things you guys did as brand new Edgerunners was try and find a fixer to get your first job. And so turns out there was also a brand new fixer out there trying to find new talent to give jobs to. I mean, they don't really have the reputation, and neither do you, so it seems like a match made in heaven, at least right now. And they were able to get you guys as your first job. So let me go here before we do character introductions. Let me set the scene here, and then we'll go through character introductions. Okay, let's see here. So, okay. Do I have this set up here? Okay, yeah. So, let's see here. We'll probably be the one who has this main connection first. Okay, we'll go with Fenris. Fenris. The reason this new fixture was first contacted you, mainly because of your reputation of finding missing people and doing that job. This is not necessarily a missing persons case, but at least you had that type of you have a history of at least doing jobs for people. And so you get a ping on your agent one day, and the ping comes from a name called Greece.
Okay.
Yep. And let me see here. Mm-hmm. And the message is that, hey, I heard you and your crew are new on the scene and are looking for work, and I have something small that pays okay, that I think will be good for a brand new set of Edgerunners to get involved with. And they, on the message, they give a link to a news article. As the link comes in and you see it, what does the as the you look down and you see them, you read the message and you see the link before you even open it, what do people see? Fenris looking at his agent reading this message. Let's go ahead and describe your character.
Oh yeah, what does he look like? So yeah, Fenris has a he's got like the shave sides, like slightly tall mohawk that kind of like flops over to the side. He has a like it was like a mouth guard that kind of like covers his entire like lower jaw, like nose down. He doesn't take it off, so you don't know if his like he has a like facial deformity or if it's just like he's really into like tech stuff or just really health conscious about masks. He has a couple of like contacts that kind of like light up whenever he's like reading messages, in kind of like a red dot fashion while he's like doing anything like electronic related. He wears anywhere between like hoodies or like leather jackets. He very like neo punk rocker. And yeah, he's average height, average weight.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, the link that he sends you is to a news article on the data pool. Let me show this here. You guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And he points out in the messages the one about the plight of the rocker.
Right, man, TLDR, man. Like what? Like
Yeah. TLDR.
No. I mean, that's what he would say.
Yeah. So reading over this article, it's about a group of rockers known as digital divas, and how there has been a lot of like, how it's more of an article about how rockers do stuff and they make lyrics and they sing songs, and then a lot of times crazed fans might go out and do crazy things based off of the lyrics of their song. And they specifically talk about the digital divas and how they just released a new single called Burn It Down. And in the lyrics, they're talking, a lot of lyrics have stuff like, oh yeah, burn down the establishment, do things like that. And because of that, there has been a string of arson attacks after the concerts. And there's a little blurb about going through and interviewing their promoter, who says like, hey, people just do dumb stuff, and it has nothing to do with the music. It's just lyrics. No one's pulling a gun to the people's head and telling them to light stuff on fire, things like that. And you see that from the article, the Grease, the fixer, points out that, hey, so I heard there's somebody who's looking for somebody to help provide muscle or help out digital divas at their next concert, to like help find out and track down this arson and make sure that doesn't happen here. He says that apparently they're planning to do their next show at some place in the South Night City, near the apparently next to their promoter's office. And so he again goes ahead and explains a couple more things and says, hey, I know you have your crew. If you mind, let me know and I'll fill them in as well. And he asks you if you want to give him your crew's number, so he can go and give them all the numbers.
Wait, can I do it instead?
Sure.
Yeah.
Just let them know, and if they have any questions, let me know. There's somebody who's hiring it, and they wanna meet you in person during the day, at the day of the event.
Fair enough. And then he'll cut the connection, and then he'll say, and then he'll ping everybody at the same time in like a little group conference call. Like you'll see like the little Discord chibi head pop up on the phone call.
You mean that's set to voicemail?
Oh, he calls again. It's important.
Voicemail again.
So, as you send the message, it kind of like cuts, and like it's like one of those things where it's like the star shape, while it's just showing what everybody else is doing while you're sending this message. So, yeah. When you send a message, we'll go down the line from you. We'll see. Okay, Shades. What are you doing when? What does the audience see? Camera see when you receive this ping from Fenris?
pan to the docks of the city near the kind of bright cargo containers that have sprayed a multitude of bright, vibrant colors to give life to the filth. Bald man wearing a large purple overcoat, and underneath he has a business suit, a clash of styles, vibrant purple tennis shoes, bottom of his feet, crashing of two styles, wearing a clear, almost see-through purple shades. Gets out his data pad as CNA coming call.
All right. Go down the line. Dr. Desire, what do you see? What is Dr. Desire doing, and how does he look when he receives this ping from Fenris?
Probably sitting in the clinic called the Meat in the Machine. He's working on some new chemistry experiment that he's probably been working on for several weeks and not really getting anywhere. Lido, his cat, is probably walking around on the lab table, very hygienic. And he is a not very imposing Latino gentleman, probably about 5'8", a little bit on the smaller side, wearing very bohemian clothing, very loose-fitting, a lot of open chests on his shirts. And he initially ignores the ping on his from the call, but then when it comes through, continually he picks it up and reads what it says.
All right. Okay. Since Amon is not answering the thing, we'll come to him last. Daedalus. What do you?
On the other side of the meat and machine, there is a woman who has her hair currently pulled back into a very messy bun, very bright blue hair, and she's currently has some tools out that are coming out of her fingers as she's messing with some kind of electronic device on a table. She's wearing very brightly colored clothing, like a very bright pink jacket, and she has mirror shades that are currently down over her eyes as she's kind of working with this electronic that sparks every so often. And she has a horde of lollipops beside her that she is making her way through very quickly, and a radio blasting some punk tunes as she's working. And when she gets the ping, she kind of looks over across the room and eventually just kind of takes a peek at what's going on.
All right. And then last but not least, Amon. What are you doing when you receive this ping?
All right. So, camera would see a bank of monitors sitting atop an executive's desk, which illuminates a tailored suit colored of sand, fastened with an expert's hand to sit close to the body. A gold watch on their wrist that looks expensive from afar. Nearby, you would see a bag with a distinct rifle shape leaning against a wall. The face of this figure, as it leans in, looking at the notification and once again sending it to voicemail, is hidden by a mask that looks as if it's wrapped with the golden reflective bandages. Two gem-like eyes stare out from within. Once it hits the fifth call, Amon, with a tilt of the mask, and kind of flicks their hand out and goes to answer it.
All right. Alrighty. All right, so I think that's everybody. So Fenris, yeah, you finally got everybody online. You probably told everybody else about what was going on, and then Amon showed up at the end. So, go ahead if you want to do a bit of.
Yeah. So we got a job, Amon. Thanks for joining us. I'm really glad you value this crew as much as I do.
I'm sure I got the details. You'll fill me in on the way.
All right. Don, when was the... Can you bring... Oh, I have it right here. It's on the screen. Okay, cool. Yeah, he sends over the link and he goes over the descriptions. Mm-hmm. And Any of you guys heard of the digital divas?
Anybody who's if you have any training in any musical instrument or anything like that, you would know about them. If not, does anybody want to give me? You can either give me a library search or a local ex. You can give me a local expert if you are anywhere within the comp. If you live anywhere in the combat zone.
Okay, so we want a blind GM roll this, right?
For yes, you can give me a blind GM. A blind GM. What'd you call it? Local expert if you live in either library search or local expert if you live inside the combat zone.
I'm gonna do a library search.
All right, I got it. Okay. You might get different information here, whether you do a library search or a local expert. All right. Okay. So Daedalus, you're not sure. Maybe you've heard about them from Icarus at some point. But that's about it. What you call it? Dr. Zire, though, you have heard of them. There are a group of 3 members: a singer, let me see here, a singer, a drummer, and a bass guitarist. Let me see here. The names of them are Reagan Pro Harley, Shannon To Doodle, and Kenneth Con De Leon. So they are relatively, they're not the biggest. They're not the biggest, but they they're pretty out there right now, and they're pretty popular with the younger, teens and college students right now. Library search. Okay, Aman. You know that they are a band whose their promoter is a company called person named Sizzle Jams, who happens to be that's the promoting company that kind of runs them, who happens to be a subsidiary of another company called Continental Brands. So a lot of times they're, at their concert, their promoter is also trying to sell Continental Brands merchandise at their events.
Has this got something to do with Continental Brands?
Yeah, possibly. We have to look into these arsons also.
For your information, you would know this, Aman. Continental Brands is a company that focuses on food and life products, and they're kind of known for going to a neighborhood and making it a Continental Brand neighborhood by having reward points and stuff like that if you buy their brands and stuff like that, to the point where almost every other brand gets pushed out because nobody wants to buy anything but other than Continental Brand stuff. They're the ones who invented kibble. So, yeah, they're big kibble.
Wow, Fenris,
they're big kibble.
You've really called us about a big job with this one.
Yeah.
Is it below your station?
It wasn't sarcasm.
Oh.
All right. So you fill them in, and after you fill them in, you get each of you get a message from Greece saying that their next gig is going to happen in probably about a day or 2, and that the client wants to meet at the night of the gig. You want to look for a woman named Layla. Actually, Leela. It's actually Leela. You want to look for a woman named Leela. She has brown hair, and he says she looked kind of like a corpo, but I'm not sure. She should be looking for you. I'll send her your descriptions.
How much exactly is this paying?
She said, for each of you, if you guys are able to complete the thing, 300 eddies each.
300. I mean, each.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll get you through the couple weeks, maybe.
I mean,
Not bad for a first time gig.
hey, I'm just putting the connections here. Hopefully, if you guys do good, that brings me up a little bit, and then maybe I could find more lucrative jobs for you.
Yeah, we'll see how this one goes. So does she need us to be some kind of bodyguard, or is she looking for us to investigate these arsons? Which one's more important?
It sounds more like a bodyguard type of thing. You guys need to be muscle at the event, and then just keep an eye out for arsons. It did seem like she didn't want the person your contact is Layla and not the Ben, so I don't know what's going on there. She wanted you to, I don't know, maybe she's a fan and just wants to help out. I'm not sure, but you'll find out when you speak to her.
All right.
Kids, have you got the wheels?
Yeah, I got the keys.
Pick me up at the
Where we
usual
going?
spot. Amun out, and Amun's gonna kill their connection.
All right.
Always short temper.
Oh, don't be so harsh on him.
I imagine Ra's still in the call though. Kind of part of their job description.
All right. Says, don't worry. He's probably busy with something. Yeah, just I'll keep him. I'll fill him in on anything else that needs to go on.
We'll just pick him up at the usual location. But for the rest of us, can you pick us up at our little apartments over here?
Sure, I can swing by.
All right, sounds good.
All right. So you guys know that it's going to happen. The concert is going to be tomorrow night.
Oh, so we need to meet her tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. That's what she wants you
Okay.
guys to meet her tomorrow night.
So not today. Gotcha.
The
Might as well drive by the place, so.
yeah, you guys can drive by and look at the location. See what's there. Let me see here. Okay. She said Greece did give you guys a contact for the client. If you guys wanted to contact her directly.
Well, if we just want to swing by the place, we probably don't need to give her a call just yet. Maybe scope it out before we accept the job.
Especially if she's some corpo.
Yeah, especially if she's some corpo.
Hey, and Ross says, "Wait, what do you got against corpos?"
Oh, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's best we just meet up and go scope the place out.
Alright. See you guys in 30. Shade closes.
All right. So, let me see here. Alrighty. So you guys are gonna meet up, get picked up, and go check out the venue. Before the concert.
Yeah, maybe find things in the area that might be flammable. if
Alright.
there's arsonists about.
All right. If you guys, I guess another thing with with the library search too, that Aman would have found out is that yes, they in the news they are getting hosed by actually you both of these you got this information. Yes, there's people who are going out and committing arson after their gigs, after their concerts, and the actual digital divas tried to said that, hey, we're not going to do any more concerts until this arson is put forward or stops, or apologizes or does something. Like they were going to stop doing concerts, and their promoter has walked them back. Has went back to the media and said, "Hey, no, that's what they're saying is not happening. We're still holding concerts like normal. We're not going to get bullied by some arson." And then you guys have heard that that right now they're about to have another concert right next to their promoter's office, and that's the venue you guys are going to, the Sizzle Jams office. It's their parking lot.
And you said that was in South Night City, right?
Yep, South Night City.
Okay.
All right. So, what do you guys want to do now? Do you have this information? You know it's tomorrow night. Is there anything you want to do before the concert, or and meeting up with the client, or is anything you wanted to prepare?
Let's. I think we should go scope the place out, maybe, just to take a peek around. I don't think that's a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any connection between the previous arsons, like anything in common with the sites besides the band being present?
Not that you know of. Maybe the client might know that information.
Okay.
Does this band have a like a fan site? Like a fan message board?
They kind of do. They do kind of have a something like that. Mostly, it's more like they have a garden patch website, which is kind of like their Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will. I'll take some time to kind of scroll through their garden patch to see if in the comments of any of their posts there are some freaks that might be prone to arson.
I mean, their latest song and the one that's most popular right now is called "Burn It Down." So there's a lot in there that's like, yeah, burn it down,
Okay.
doing stuff like that. So it wouldn't be surprised if it's not surprising that it might be somebody who is all about burning stuff down by reading the comments inside their garden patch.
Oh, that song certainly doesn't help. Their arsonist problem. If I had to take a guess, it's probably some college students who are really into the lyrics.
Where was their last venue?
Their last. All right, so the last time, let me see here. So they do a lot of jobs in they do a lot of gigs in different neighborhoods. Like they've had some in it's usually a lot more like open areas, so like a parking lot in in front of a burnt out old apartment store, or like a maybe like outside a club. They do a lot of outside concerts. So they're kind of like guerrilla, like the theme. Even though they're sponsored by a company, the idea behind them is they're kind of like a guerrilla band where they like go find an area, set up a stage, do a concert there, and then have the concert be done and then leave. So the last place they did it, I think, let me see here, was it was in one block between the Glen and Old Japantown. So one block is an area 1 block away from the combat zone. So it's like the edge of the combat zone between Glen and Old Japantown.
Would we be able to, I don't know, before I say this, do we think it's a good idea to just kind of let the locals in that area they're going to be forming to tomorrow night know to keep a lookout for stuff? Like, hey, there's been trouble, keep a head up kind of deal? or should we just not tell them?
Trouble has been in the news the whole time.
It's in
If
the
anything,
news, but
more of when we
I mean, keep in
when we
mind
pull
by
up to this like, I don't know, parking garage or this parking lot. Can
you
goodness,
guys want to head. You guys are heading to the parking lot.
I believe that was the intent.
yeah.
That
Okay.
we were going to scope it on the drive there.
All right, give me a second.
I call shotgun.
All right.
That's right. Doc doesn't like riding up front.
Especially in a limo. It's a little awkward, you know.
Gets motion sickness.
Bates talks too much.
Fair enough. Some of you don't talk enough.
Let me see here. Give me a second. Set this up.
Yo, Finn, if there's any
Yes.
tech cameras around there, you know, you'd be able to keep an eye on the parking lot when we show up.
It's already done. And like he already has like a map of like the cameras. Like you just like look up like building schematics and be like there's probably cameras here, here, here.
You'll be surprised. There's actually not a lot of cameras inside the old combat zone.
Oh, okay.
It's you know, it's pretty dangerous out there. Maybe if you were in like a So
I happen to have a camera on me if we want to set that up prior.
you can do. Let me see here, and I'll
But
turn
if
it into
you-
daytime.
Would Fen be able to connect to it? If it's not like a fancy camera, it's just a video camera. But would he be able to connect to it?
Do you have so you just have a regular camera?
Yeah, it's a video camera.
Just a video camera. So no, that a video camera is not set up to be like just connected like that. You
Okay.
can if you had like, you know, Chiron or anything like that with your cyber eye, and you can probably link the video camera to your agent and then have that link to your cyber eye with Chiron, and then have like a heads up display where you can see what's in through that camera. But you know, there's a couple cyberware chains you have to go down to get to that.
Yeah.
The camera is just a camera by itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future, but for now, no go.
All right. Let me see here. Okay. I'll drag you guys out on your car, and you can just pass by this place and kind of see what this looks like.
Okay, after Amun logged off, could they have? There's a. So it looks like they've been targeting public offices, police stations, things like that. Amun would just want to show up with a basic map of, like showing those places nearby, like within like I don't know, like a 5-block radius, I guess.
Well, it's not that they've been targeting. So what you found with your search is that they haven't been targeting those locations. It's just that wherever they set up, sometimes it's at park, sometimes it's in front of old places like that. Unless you can give me maybe a criminology or
Maybe a deduction.
a deduction skill to see if there is a pattern there, or I you know, just based off of where you've seen where they played, it doesn't seem like there is one. All right, I mean, okay. You're pretty. They do seem to have a theme of picking like areas that are either gutter, like places that, you know, people who feel like they're disenfranchised might hang out, which is a lot of places in Night City, or like they always talk about. A lot of their songs do talk about you know, the establishment. And so sometimes they're at like, you know, abandoned, you know, police stations that are in the combat zone that aren't really police stations anymore because they haven't been they haven't been reclaimed yet.
Yeah.
So yes, they have done some things like that, but it doesn't seem more like a targeted pattern, more like places that match their songs and places that can easily be hold a concert, and people who don't have a lot of money can get to. Because
All
and
right.
that kind of leads, based off of discussions, this deduction too, is that you can kind of see that a lot of their people who like this band are college students and teenagers that don't have a lot of money. So
All
people who
right.
have a lot of angst.
So Amon's gonna show up with a 5-block radius map. It's gonna have the Digital Divas top tracks, and then it's gonna have the different businesses and buildings and things like that ranked based on a 1 to 10 scale on how likely they are to be hit by this.
All right, if you're gonna do that, you've caught the pattern, but in order to have all that information and have them, what they are, I'm gonna need a library search for that.
All right.
To see how well this map turned out to be.
Let me use 2 luck.
Okay.
Oh wait.
Oh, boy.
Does it automatically?
First luck roll.
Yeah, first luck roll.
Ooh.
Oh wow, look at that. All right. Yes, you have exactly what you want.
Nice.
All right, let's see here.
Once you pick them up, Amon will bring it out in the car.
Let me drag you guys out.
This is most likely what we're going to be dealing with, so commit it to memory. You've got the night. I've made a couple copies for each of you.
We're working again. With, go to where the smoke is.
Exactly.
But you just copy.
So still looking. All
Once
right.
we talk to this Leela, hopefully we'll be able to get more of an idea of what we exactly need to be doing. Just bodyguard work. Perhaps we don't need to get so invested in the arsonist business, but
It could be fun.
it could be fun, but it could also just be some rowdy kids.
All right. So you guys passed by the venue.
We need to show the client that we've got a good handle on things, so we can assure them that this band's not going to have any future issues. What they want done with the arsonists, that's for her to decide.
Oh, I see. Okay, there's roof. Do you think there's roof access on some of those buildings?
I'm sure there's an alleyway with the ladder, fire escape.
That's why we pull us into the parking lot.
Oh, wait.
You're gonna pull yourselves into the parking lot. Okay, I'll drag you guys. You're gonna park where you want. Ping where you want to park. All right.
Just drift over.
Sorry.
Testing his rotation skills.
It's not the same guy. I know it's not, but that's.
Oh yeah, I
Seems
rotated
okay.
you guys with it. All right. So yeah,
Come
as you
speeding
guys
into the parking lot.
as you guys come in and park, there's a person standing outside who seems to be on the phone, on his agent, taking a call, and he sees you guys park in, and he gives you guys the meanest mean mug. As you can see, he's standing outside of a small building, and there's a sign on the top that says Sizzle Jams.
Davis, here. Take this before we get out. And I kind of pop from the.
All right. Now, how do you guys? As soon as you guys pull up, I need everybody to give me either wardrobe and style, or personal grooming check. Here, I'll rotate you guys back around so you guys are not all.
Are we
Amon
still
is
doing blind GM rolls?
you don't have to do it for these.
Okay. I like to see dice.
Is Raw out here with you?
Yeah,
Amon?
they would have brought them as well.
All right. Okay. I'm going to ask each one of you to describe what your character looks like in terms of their armor and weapons. Are they out here walking and coming up, pulling up in a car, and stepping out with a bunch of weapons?
Amon's not.
Well, we're in a combat zone, so Daedalus would at least have her katana on her. That's such a weird thing to say, but yeah, she's got
At least have your katana. Don't leave home without it. Amon's got his rifle, but it's in their bag and then stashed probably under one of the seats of the limo. And other than that, has no visible weapons. Ra, I imagine, is much the same.
Okay. Are you wearing armor?
Yeah, Amon's wearing their same kind of sand slash cream colored suit that is Kevlar reinforced.
Okay. All right. Daedalus, what is your armor? Are you wearing armor, and what does that armor look like?
I am. Yes, I'm wearing. Let me just double check. I'm wearing light armor, Jack. So it's probably underneath her jacket.
Well, so keep in mind that a light armor jack is a light armor jacket.
I see.
So what does your jacket look like?
Yeah, I got a really big, poofy pink jacket, so she's probably wearing that underneath. Just like, or the big poofy jacket over it.
The big poofy jacket is the light armor jack?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's easy.
Okay. Okay. Dr. Desire, what do you look like? Stepping up. Do you have armor and weapons?
The weapon is going to stay in the car. He's got an assault rifle. He carries 2 pieces of armor. He's going to leave the helmet in the car. His jacket that you can see on his portrait is his typical light jack that he wears around in public. And then if I can finagle a very long briefcase as my shield, I would like to carry that too.
Rad.
Okay, so let me see here. I mean, you've been working with Daedalus, and Daedalus is a tech, and making stuff like that is a tech thing. So, Daedalus, what are your okay, you got it. What are your upgrade, your specialties? Is inventor one of them?
Yes, so I have a specialty in everything, but fabrication is the highest, and then invention and upgrade are both 2.
Okay. All right. Then, let me see here. How much is the shield?
1 moment.
Here, I'll look it up.
I think there are 100 eddies.
Bulletproof shield. It is 100 eddies. Okay. So if either of you are willing to give up 50 eddies, you can have your briefcase be your shield be doubled as a briefcase.
All right, I'll do that.
All right. Okay, so you have your briefcase that doubles as a bulletproof shield, and your jacket, which looks like your normal jacket, and you have your assault rifles left in the car. Okay?
And the helmet's in the car too.
And the helmet's in the car. All right, Shades, what do you look like stepping out of the car?
Shades has his light armor jack, which is his heavy purple overcoat. Then he has a heavy pistol sidearm strapped underneath. And I guess, that's it.
All right, so you're not wearing your helmet, your head armor.
Right now. Fully shiny bald.
All right, same thing. Is Daedalus, are you wearing any head armor? I forgot to ask that. Don't worry, once we get past this, it'll be a lot easier when these things come up, because we'll know for sure. Daedalus? Day?
Yes.
Are you there? Are you wearing a helmet? Or head armor?
Can my glasses be my helmet?
Glasses or glasses?
Okay. Probably not.
It's
probably in the car.
Okay. All right.
Fenris. Gotta be careful.
Fenris, how do you look? Do you have any visible weapons with you, and are you wearing your armor?
His heavy pistol's in his jacket, and his head armor is just his face mask.
Are Are you trying to hide your heavy pistol?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
go ahead.
it's not like a hide. It's like on his. But yeah. Okay.
I mean, I guess what I'm asking is,
You
if
open
he
it.
were to look at you, would he be able to see that you have a heavy pistol on you?
I mean,
Are you trying to make it so that no one can see it when you walk out?
Yeah,
yes,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and quickly give me a conceal reveal object check, and feel free. Please put it under blind GM.
Okay. Man, I have to remember where all these skills live.
It should be one of the top ones. Awareness. Conceal reveal. It's be the first one.
Okay.
And make sure you're on blind GM, which is the third one, the ninja.
The ninja. Oh, okay.
All right. Okay. Let me see here. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, all of you step out of this car, all armored up. One of you with a katana on their back, another person looking like that, and then it's at first when he first sees everybody step out the car, you can see that he's very. He gives you like the meanest look. You guys step out the car with your weapon and armor. He gets very scared for a second. And look, he's about to head in until he sees Aman step out with his suit and fancy golden mask, and coming out of the passenger seat of this car. And so he kind of calms down for a second there, seeing that this is a business person, and puts up a finger and says, you can see that he's about to finish a call, and say, ends up saying, I have to go, Fixie. We'll talk about this later. He hangs up. All right, you guys come in, park, and he says, yeah, what do you want? You made this is the Sister Dam's promoter's office. If you have any questions, you should definitely just call, use the call number. What is this visit for?
Amin glances over to Fenris. Is the one you spoke to on the phone?
Yeah, Fenris will wave his hand like, hi. We're here for the job.
What job?
Oh, it wasn't you. So we're here to protect the stop.
We're here to speak to Hellllllllo. Do you know where she's at?
Yeah.
Who's that? I don't know any Leela.
She told us to meet her yesterday.
My insight.
Or tomorrow, excuse me.
Okay, so before we let me see here. Here, let me do this real quick first.
Human perception, then.
Yeah, so you want to do a human perception to see what he's talking about, and you would remember that what the fixer said to you guys was he's not sure about this person's the band wasn't the one who gave him the contact. It was just a lady named Leela. I'm not sure, maybe she's a fan or something. And you did hear that Sizzle Jam told them they wanted to stop a what you call it? Okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, you guys have come up to the venue, and you see this guy standing out here, and he's saying he's part of the thing. He doesn't seem to know what you guys are talking about. Go ahead and give me that human perception, Aman.
Okay, I'm trying to add my +2 from this thing, but don't think it is working.
What thing do you have that gives you +2?
A piece of cyberware.
Okay, let me see. Go to your effects. You should be able to toggle it on and off under your effects.
Under my
so
effects.
There should be under your effects. There should be yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah, forgot to turn all my stuff on. Sorry, guys.
Mm-hmm. Turn on your cyberware.
I gotta turn my ear on real quick. All right. I guess that'd be the.
All right. Yeah, he seems to be annoyed that you guys showed up here. He seems. Which cyberware do you have? Let me see what cyberware you actually have.
Voice stress analyzer.
Okay, and you're using. Okay, hold on, let me check here
Human
because
perception.
I know human perception, but it also has some other options that I'm not sure if. Let me just check if. Okay, are you using its special lie detector mode?
Yep. It's pretty
Okay.
much always running for Edmund.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, he seemed really annoyed with you guys and says he has no idea what you're talking about, and your voice stress analyzer doesn't signal any forms of lying.
Okay.
Look, are you here to do business or something? There was no call ahead or anything like that about anybody coming to visit for a business. You don't have an appointment. I have no appointments today.
We're
And
just
honestly,
checking the place out. No need to get all panicky. There's a concert tomorrow, and we're just scoping out the best spot.
There's a concert tomorrow? Here? Who?
Wait.
Oh,
who-
you haven't heard?
Who's having a concert here tomorrow?
Is that a
Sizzle
problem?
Jam.
Sizzle Jam.
No, we haven't scheduled any concert here.
Then why are
Digital
you here?
Divas.
No, yeah.
They're putting okay, then I need. All right, thanks for telling me. No, I need to make a call.
Whoa! Slow your roll, Bucko. Is there a problem with that?
Yeah, we didn't schedule any.
Why
I don't
are
know if you know,
here?
but Sizzle Jams is the promoter for Digital Divas, and we didn't schedule any concert to happen
So
inside
do
of
you-
our parking lot. So I need to go
you
make a
work-
call to make sure there's no make sure there's no concert happening here tomorrow.
Do you work
All
for
right.
Sizzle Jam?
Yes, I run this office.
Oh, you run the office.
I'm the promoter.
Oh, that's you. Wonderful. Nice to meet you. Yeah, okay, go figure it out, I guess. As far as I'm concerned, tickets are
Right.
already sold.
All right, he says, okay, then I gotta make sure there's more security here. Then make sure they can't get set up. All right, thanks for letting me know. All right, take care.
No
He steps inside.
problem.
That's weird.
Did we make a mistake just now?
Depends what Lila was looking to do with this concert.
There's a concert here at their office? That's kind of strange.
Do you think they're planning to burn down the office itself?
Be inconvenient. I mean,
Whenever that person said that they were a promoter for the Digital Divas, that pick up any sort of lie there?
No,
No. I thought
Oh,
Sizzle
they would still
Jam
need a band
was
here
the promoter.
for them to have an opportunity to get rowdy. If the divas
So-
don't show up,
maybe I didn't explain. So one of the things that you guys got from your prior research was that the
They made them walk back to
Arson's-
statement.
yeah.
Sorry, continue.
Arson's,
Sorry.
yeah, no, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. You try and go through it.
Well-
Maybe I'll fill in any things that might.
They made Sizzle made them walk back the statement that they weren't going to perform anymore. But
Yeah, and this is the promoter for Sizzle Jam.
yeah, that's
And this is
that's
their
why
parking
I
lot?
didn't think it was him. But if that's him, then like, did they just lie and just are doing it regardless of them?
okay. Can I contact the person who gave me the job again?
Yeah, you can. Or you can contact them or the client, whichever one.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do like a group call, like, and then, or at least I'll like patch everyone into the call, and then I'll try calling them back.
Who you're calling, the fixer or the client?
The fixer.
Okay. So yeah. Oh, actually, this is a perfect timing. Hold on 1 second. Let me see here. All right. So you call Grease, and he answers. Hello.
Yeah, Greece. Is there a concert happening here or not?
Here? Where? You're at the venue?
Yeah, we're at the venue.
Yeah, it's supposed to be happening tomorrow night. Yeah, you're
Um,
supposed to meet the client there.
Yeah, they're not here. Only the promoter's here. The promoter says there's not going to be a concert here, or there wasn't going to be one.
I'm not sure. Have you talked to the client?
Not yet. They're not here.
Well, I gave you the contact number. Call them.
Fine. And then he'll hang up.
Figured it was the fixer's job to make sure these jobs were legit.
Yeah. We should get... All right, yeah, he'll call the client now.
All right, you call the client, and it takes a second, but then a lady answers the phone and says, hello?
Yes, this is Fenris, the crew that took on your job from the fixer you hired.
Yes. All right, so you guys are planning to meet me tomorrow at when the concert starts, right?
Right. We just talked to the promoter at the venue. He says there's not supposed to be
you talked to the promoter?
Or,
Why? Why would you do that?
We're just trying to get info. We didn't know. It wasn't in the rules. We couldn't talk to people.
Oh, crap.
If you want it to be discreet, you need to put it in the job description.
Oh, I just told you guys to meet me at the concert tomorrow. I didn't know you guys were going to go
You didn't think we were going to scope out the location where there might be arson and riots. You think we were going to go in blind the day of?
The job was for you guys to just come and be bodyguards. I wasn't paying you any more for that.
Yeah. Well.
I mean, I guess I didn't know you guys were going to try and go, above and beyond. But okay, we could try and fix this.
Well, hang on, Leela. A bodyguard for what? If there's not going to be a concert here.
Okay, listen. The idea was that the band did not want to do any more concerts while this thing was going on, and arson was happening. But Sizzle Zam was like, hey, you still have to go and do concerts, even though, arsons are happening. And so the band had an idea of, okay, if we're going to have concerts, we'll just have one in front of your office. And if an arson shows up and burns down your office, then so what?
To be very well informed what the band wants.
Well, look, I'm doing this to help them out, and I didn't want them to be involved with this. They're the ones who planned out this concert, and it's scheduled. And we know that once we're here and the concert starts, then Still Jam's going to try and stop it, and we wanted to have some muscle to help stop them from doing that. And I was going to explain that when you came in tomorrow. But now we're gonna have to let them know that Still Jam is on them, and we need to probably speed this stuff up and see if we can get over here and get connected before they stop us.
Well, for one, next time, put discreetness in your job. That's an important information to put in the listing, or at least to tell the fixer.
Look, the job was for you to come meet me here tomorrow. That was the job description. I don't know why you guys are going out doing other stuff.
It's always as well to be prepared.
The job was to stop.
You could have called me.
The digital divas from being affected by the arson, and
no, it wasn't. That wasn't the job. The job was to come here and meet me.
You're going to pay us 300 eddies to speak to you in the morning?
Yes,
that wasn't the job.
Come speak to me, and then you would have been bodyguards here for when during the concert. That was the job.
Right. Whatever.
Look, okay.
We messed up. Not a big deal. We'll get over it.
We're gonna fix this. Look, tomorrow I need you guys here to come here early, and I need you guys to hold this place and stop anybody from stopping us from having this concert.
Raw, go get the what was it? The not promoter for Sizzle Jam. Go and get him.
You're telling him to go inside and get the promoter?
Yep.
Oh, let me stop. You're going inside. You're telling him to go inside and get the promoter.
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and give me a D6. Blind GM. Okay. Let's see here. Mm-hmm.
How long has it been since it's gotten in the building?
You guys. I mean, how long as we've been talking? So.
Could I lean into the car and turn on the car's scrambler? Would it reach the building? What's the range?
Let me see. Scrambler. Calm. Scrambler.
Looking it up
Uh,
too.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, Scrambler's first. More. Doesn't list the range. This is
Yeah,
on
hold on.
calls.
I'm gonna get it. Hold on.
We bungled our first job.
I mean, I
So
heard
it's,
this
I mean, you guys,
this is why you
just
post
roll with
your
it.
edge running
Roll,
job the day of.
Yeah,
just roll with it. Let me see
I'm
here.
gonna turn on the Batmobile here and.
All right, scramble the scrambler. Scramble. No, to scramble outgoing communication, so they cannot be understood without a descrambler. It's allowed. It doesn't give a range. Most
Yeah.
things like this usually say like
Because there's 6 of them with the car, but I'm not sure if they're
It's more-
like connected with the radio communicators that are with it from the communication center.
Yeah. I think it's more of a personal thing where they probably have the same range as a cyber deck, which is the 6 meter radius.
Okay.
So
So would okay, wouldn't do anything.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
gotcha. All right.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, you guys. So yeah, that's happening. You tell Ra to go inside and get him. All right.
Yep.
He goes inside and says, "Oh, what do you want me to do? Just bring him out here?"
Yes, let him know we need to talk to him.
All right. He walks inside and says, disappears inside. He's there for a few minutes, and then he comes back out. Says, "Yeah, he won't come out. He's busy." Said he's busy. He's not taking any calls.
Is he on the phone?
Yeah, he seems to be busy with something.
What did you need to talk to him about, Eamon?
We need to explain the situation. Let them know that. Give them assurances that there won't be any arson against the office.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
He's not our client.
We're being paid. The bodyguard. We're not being paid to protect this office.
He's not paying us.
No.
Are
If anything.
you still on the
Guys.
phone with Leah, or did you hang up on her? Leela, or did you hang up with her? Fenris.
Yeah, I think I hung up. I mean, unless we were done talking to her.
I mean, she was about to explain what she wanted you guys to do now that you guys messed this up. But if you want to hang up on her before that happens, that's fine too. Remember, you guys can do your own thing. You don't have you have this client, but if you want to try and make a deal with this person inside instead, you guys can. It's up to you.
So I guess we do have an option here. We can go try to talk to Sizzle inside. If this is going to happen regardless, maybe we can work for him and try to prevent it. Or we can give Leela a call back, tell her we're still in, and maybe help her do some arson. Not us personally, but probably just bodyguard her while she does some arson. But that, I suppose, are the options right now. We did get hired by Leela, and I think it would be a bad reputation if we turned our back on our first job.
It builds a
That
better
would be-
reputation if we think for ourselves and go with the highest bidder.
He might
Make the
pay
most money
higher.
that way.
Tell him they're already a contact that's wanting to do arson on his own office building. Would pay good eddies for it.
Maybe, but again, I guess the reputation of being Edgerunners we can rely on and trust would be in the balance there.
What's the play, boss?
Well, I did ask you to bring him out here. You didn't do it, so...
I mean, I tried. But you know, it's kind of hard to when somebody's busy about something and they need to, take a call, they usually focus on that call instead of picking it up.
Wanted excuses. I would ask for those. Ask for him to be brought out here.
All right, Eamon, relax. We don't need to do anything rash tonight.
Just everyone bring your armor tomorrow. I highly doubt the guards being hired by Mr. Sizzle is let the arson happen. And since we're guarding arsons, the Yetis.
Oh, just to confirm, you did hang up on Leela.
We did.
Okay.
Let's meet with Leela tomorrow. Maybe get more information. And we should just do this job as simply as we can, just to get a foot in the door.
Sounds good. I'll just leave.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stares at Ra for a long time, and then opens the car door and climbs in.
He runs up and as he sees you running, open the door. He runs up and tries to open it for you.
I'll let him do it.
All right, he opens the door for you.
You can afford your own manservant. Why are you here with us?
It's not very useful.
I offer Ra a lollipop. Don't work too hard. Get in the car.
All right, so you guys are gonna head out.
Yeah.
Think so, yeah.
I think it's best we come early to meet with Leela. Figure what's going on.
All right.
And once we get more information from her, we can decide whether or not we want to screw her.
All right. So, all right, you guys get in the car and head out. Let's see here. Go back out and get going. All right.
Something tells
So,
me
yeah.
the car ride is very quiet on the way back.
All right. Do you guys contact her to specify a time to meet?
Sure. She said early,
Okay.
but I don't
Yeah, she
know.
said earlier than normal. Right. Okay. So let me see here. I'll take you guys back to the dashboard for now. Activate. All right. And I'm gonna put you guys your marker for where the office was. You guys were around here.
Over there. Okay.
Yeah. All right, let me move it over a bit. This area. Okay.
Can I draw a building?
That's where. Yeah, you can go ahead and draw a building if you want. All right. So that's where the Sizzle Gems office is, and that's where the what you call it, the parking lot they were planning to do the concert. You contact Leela about Leela about the a date and time to meet up. She says, well, let's not meet up directly at the office. Meet up a little further down, and then we could talk.
I decreased the font on this. Oh, okay, here we go.
All right.
All
right.
We have a backlog of stuff or a list of places.
If you want, you can always use text too.
Yeah, I made
and
it.
just put like a. Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna delete the building. It didn't come out too good.
I do have some bullet points for specific areas too that will just pop up once you guys complete an area. Alrighty. So, is there anything you want to do that night before you meet up with Leela the next day?
Yeah, Doc is going to make a surge and a speed heal.
All right. You gonna spend 200 eddies to do that?
Yep.
All right.
I'm just gonna send a text to Icarus. I'm just gonna ask her if she happens to be going to a concert tomorrow night. Just,
All right.
Just to check.
All right. Hold on. I got an idea. Okay. Give me a D6. This is. Oh, I forgot to mention this during the thing. There's another thing that they do. There's a content creator who does a lot of cyberpunk stuff that does something called a luck roll.
1. Okay.
All right. Okay. So, she does answer and says, "Wait, how'd you know? There's a Digital Divas concert tomorrow."
I will send her a text and I will say, "You were not going to that concert. You were staying home to do homework, or in your dorm, or wherever you live." I don't know where she lives, but
she lives with you. She's probably coming.
Oh, she lives with me. Okay,
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. I wasn't sure if there's dorms on the university. Okay.
I mean, there is, but it's very expensive. I don't know if you want to be paying for that.
No, I can't afford that. I'm very poor.
Okay. All right.
She probably lives at the clinic.
Mhm.
No,
Right.
she's staying here.
What?
There's
You're on the phone. You're texting.
Yeah,
her, right?
I'm on the phone. Yeah, whichever one. I'm on the phone with her. Who
Okay,
knows?
okay.
You're staying home until because someone needs to watch the cat. Because Doc and I are going out.
It's a cat. It definitely. If it was a dog, I understand, but it's a cat. The cats watch themselves.
It's
Cat
Most of the
needs
time.
someone to watch it.
What's
needs to be
going
fed.
on? Why can't I go to this? I'm a grown woman. What are you talking about? Why can't I go to this concert?
You have homework to do, or something. Whatever you college students do.
And if that homework is done, I can go to this concert.
No, you can feed the cat.
What? Talk to me. What's going on? Why can't I go to this concert?
Okay, there's just some stuff going on. We got a job at the concert, and it's just.
Oh, you got a job?
Yeah, we're
Wait,
working our way up.
I have to go then because I want to see you on your job.
No, it's not.
What?
It's not a very clean job, we should say.
What if you're there on the job? Then it must be safe because you're going to be there to protect me. Then, how's that?
That is, shit. Okay. You can watch from down the street. How does that sound?
Sure. Down the street. All right.
If I see you at the concert, closer than down the street, you're grounded.
Grounded. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I trust you. Good talk. Good night.
All right. Night. I'll see you when you get back.
Ugh.
You gonna lock her in her corner of the shipping container?
Oh man.
All
I'm
right.
just gonna drink lots of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Cyberpunk older sister simulator.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Okay, so you call Icarus, and I mean, she seems very excited about this concert, and as you know, Dr. Desire has told you, they're very popular with college students and teens.
Yeah.
Especially teens that have issues.
Like a psychology student.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, all right. Anything else you guys want to do before early morning meeting with the client?
Nothing for me.
All right. Okay. Then we'll just move fast forward to the next morning. So the next morning you guys do meet, head out, get picked up, and the time frame that she picked was around 9 a.m. in the morning. It's not that early, but it is kind of early for the combat zone. And you guys meet a few blocks away from the offices. And let me bring out Leela's token. And Layla, or token. Where is it? Hold on.
Wow. She does have one eye.
Mhm.
Not purple hair, though.
No, not purple hair. All right, she says, and like she's there and she sees you guys. She has the most like upset, you know, had it face as you guys show up and come out the car. She says, "Okay, look, the main goal here, and I was hoping I was going to tell you this when you showed up, later tonight. But main thing here is that what I want you to do is to make sure that Sizzle Jams can't unplug and cancel the concert. While we were going to have the concert going, they're going to show up, plug in their equipment into the neighbor's power grid, have the concert, show just have a nice concert, and you guys were supposed to stay backstage and make sure no one comes and unplugs the concert. And then when the concert is done, just see if there's keep an eye out if there's any arsons show up. That's what I was planning for you guys to do, and I was hoping that you guys would contact me. That's why I gave the fixer my contact.
So, do you want us to protect the arsonists? Stop the arsonists? Like what?
No,
what's
we
your
don't. We
goal?
don't want anybody to. We don't want anybody to get on fire or anything like that. But we do want to show Sizzle Zam that it is dangerous. So if we have a concert right next to their office is in danger, that'll put a fire under them, so to speak.
Oh, I see. I understand. I get what you're saying.
Why don't you just
Okay.
hire us to set the fire then?
We don't want a fire. No one wants a fire. We just want Sizzle Jams to be scared, so they actually let the band not to do concerts while this arson is still on the loose.
They're afraid of the arsonists, so they're having a concert close to the building. So if the arsonists happen to show up, they'll be in danger of catching on fire themselves.
And then maybe Sizzle Jam will actually put some effort into stopping this arson from going on.
Or
They knew that
not
their
make
office
the
was in
girls
danger.
play.
Yes.
It'd be more convincing if there was a fire.
I mean, I'm
She
on
looks-
anyone's side.
She looks at you and is like, yeah, probably, but we don't want to hurt any of the fans. And let me see. Let me check something. Who has a high?
Write that down, Ra.
Your base human perception is pretty high, Amon. You noticed that she said we.
Like the royal we.
Yeah, like if she's part of the band or something like that.
When you say we, are you referring to the other bands you're promoting, or just you and the digital divas?
Oh no. Okay. Look. I'm not a promoter or anything like that. I'm just a close friend of the lead singer, and this was a problem for her, the arsons, and I wanted to be able to and they wanted to get back at Sizzle Zams, and I wanted to help her without her necessarily knowing.
I've looking for lies.
All right. So this. You have a feeling she's not. She's trying to avoid saying one thing, but for the most part, she is not lying.
Sure, you don't have a more personal connection to these divas?
She gives you a hard look. Says, "What are you trying to?" Look, okay, me and Reagan are a thing. So, and I don't want her. She has a bit of a how rocker boys are. They have a bit of an ego, and if I were to if she knew that I was just hiring people to make sure that her concert went sound, it kind of hurt her feelings. So all I wanted you guys to do was show up, be like people that hang out backstage, and help out like fans. And then maybe you'll find somebody, you'll get some money, and we all go our separate ways. Sizzle Jam gets scared. We have an awesome concert, and Reagan doesn't know.
So you want us to keep it a secret that we're hired
Yes.
by you?
Yes.
Okay. And you said we're going to be backstage, making sure no one unplugs anything.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to let you know, because we did definitely tell that guy. He did get on the phone and did call more security. Just so you're aware of that.
As a show of goodwill, we'll deal with this. We'll make sure this goes off without a hitch. You give us a good recommendation.
Hopefully, I'll let if you guys, good recommendation. Ugh. All right. If this works out and the thing comes on, I'll consider about giving you guys a recommendation. I don't know about it would be good, but at least something with this money. Honestly, I probably should just lower you guys' pay out of messing this thing up.
That's
hey,
fine.
It's not messed up yet.
A deal's a deal for now.
That's fine as long as you give an accurate appraisal.
Mm-hmm.
Because we will make sure that this goes as you want.
Better. Okay. Okay. Now
Another
that they know what's going.
for you,
Can I
Layla,
try to
before we
persuade
keep
her?
going. When it comes to stopping them from unplugging this concert, what is your anticipated lethality in this regard?
And I'm hoping you're not planning to just kill some security guards for just doing their job.
Okay, okay, cool. I just wanted to
just
check.
stop. Like, I'm not asking you to kill people. I'm asking you to stop them from unplugging a plug. Now, if the only way you can do that is kill people, maybe I hired the wrong people.
Are you paying us
No,
$300 each to keep a plug plugged in?
Yes, $300, 300 Eurobucks each, just to keep a plug plugged in and keep an eye out for an arson. I'm pretty sure that's pretty generous.
What sort of crowd size should we expect?
They usually pull about hundreds. There's a lot of teens and college students that come out for their gigs. But this was a last minute concert that was just on the data pool, just to try and get people to go up without alerting sizzle jams. So we'll see how many people show up. Hopefully a good amount of people came out. We were trying to get as many people to show up as possible, just to teach Shizzle Jam that maybe we should have slowed down the concerts while this thing is going on.
All right. Do we need any more info, do you think?
No, I think we can work with this.
Keep it plugged in. Don't kill anyone. Seems simple enough.
Right. Well, the concert's supposed to be at 8 tonight, so people are probably going to start showing up. Probably in the middle of the day to be able to get there first. So hopefully, having the people show up so soon might put Sizzle Jams in a bind where they can't get security soon enough. But I don't know. Now they know ahead of time. They were going to find out eventually, but. Ugh. All right. Well, I'll see you guys at the concert.
Sounds good. We'll see you there then.
Right. You can see that she eventually she's like steps away and into a pretty nice car that is was like parked behind a barricade, and as she gets into the back seat of the car, and the car takes off.
Nice.
It's an AV4. It's an AV4, so it's an air vehicle.
Do you recognize her at all, Eamon?
Do they?
Give me a you get the idea she's a corpo, so I would say you can either give me a bureaucracy. Well, actually, this would be more of a
Business?
let me check. Either business
Looking at
or
their
you
general
can.
attire and maybe if they've got any identifying, I don't know, jewelry or
Yes,
cybernetics.
you can actually for that you can give me a business or a wardrobe and style.
We will do business.
All right, business. I mean, yeah, this person is definitely a corpo, and they're part of some business. You can see that most businesses are most corporations that give out a business suit. That business suit is kind of tied and set up to be very easily identified or subtly identified which corporation you're part of. She was wearing some stuff to kind of look like she was trying to hide what corporation she's from, but you can kind of tell that has something to do with either food or water or some type of industry that has to do with products like that, based off of her business wear. Because most of those companies, there's not that many out there. Continental Brands is one of them. There's a couple other ones that are out there too. You're not able to pin down exactly what it is, but you do know that she's part of a company that has to do with food, water, or some type of product that's like that, food and drink.
Getting the Diva's connection to the Continental Brands Corp, I'd guess she's either with them or an adjacent subsidiary.
Or a rival company.
Yeah, I was to say, do you think she could be a rival?
Could be.
If you want to, you have. Go ahead.
Interrupt the Sizzle Brands office building. See what goes up to Continental.
You do have her first name, and you do know she's part of a corporation that has to do with food and drink. If you want to do a very difficult library search, you might be able to find something.
Yeah, why not?
And remember, people can. One thing you can do, you can always spend luck. You can also take your time, which means that it takes 4 times as long. And you can also do complementary skill checks. So like somebody can roll a skill check. If they pass the DV, it will give you +1 to the other person who's doing the actual skill check. But oh man, looking at this, whew. All right, Aman, you put in the numbers, and maybe because you're an accountant, you're really good at looking up stuff, and you get a hit. There's you couldn't get anything about a Leela. No, sorry, her name is Layla. Yeah, Layla.
Oh, okay. I put down Leela for sure.
Yeah, sorry. I've been, but you do look it up, and you do find somebody called Leela, and it's a Leela Deckard who seems to be the president of a company called Cactus Water.
Well, plant's great.
Yep, Cactus Water. You've actually seen some of their advertisements before, and I actually have an advertisement for them.
That's Layla what?
So her name, she called her name Layla.
Yeah.
And there's
Leela.
and then there's a person when you search, you found a person named Leela.
Yeah, what was her last name?
Deckard.
Yeah,
okay.
Deckard.
President of Cactus Juice.
Cactus Water, yeah. Here, let me. I have an advertisement for them. Hold on, let me make that pop up.
Nice.
Advertisements. All right, it's right here, the first one. Show players. True image only.
Is there anything in our data search on relationships that the band members have been in? Whether or not verify?
mean, you could do a library search about that. You may, I don't know, maybe some tabloid talking about who their partners are. Looking up, if you want to look up, you find, I mean, you did such a really good library search, so I'm gonna give you all of this. You got a preem on it, so I'll let you know. Leela is a more recent president of Cactus Water, and because they used to have a husband who was the actual president, and then they just left, and she was stuck with Cactus Water after he left. And when they left, he left with she has this lady who runs this place has a daughter named Layla Deckard.
Oh.
So Leela is the president, Layla is the daughter.
Okay, yeah. Amin will relay all that. They've got their internal agent going, so pretty much they've got their audio suite going, so while they're talking with Leela, they would have been running, or Layla, they would have been running all this in the background, and then as soon as Layla goes away, they'll relay it all to everybody.
Yeah, her name should show up now for everybody.
So do you think they would have an issue with Sizzle Jams?
Or is
Sizzle Jams just the promoter?
Sizzle Jams is the promoting company.
Okay, so they're not like
of the band, and that company is a subsidiary of Continental Brands, which happens to be a food, who happens to be probably a rival of Cactus Water. Not so much a rival, but like one's food and products, and the other one's is water. So they either can work together sometimes, but you have to drink and you have to eat. So they're not necessarily competing, but they are in the same space.
So, as interesting as this is, I suppose our job doesn't change.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one paying us, after all.
We just need to find a way to get these extra security off our trail, or off the trail of the digital divas. Benders, if you can do something, perhaps send out a message as if it's from that promoter, perhaps telling the bodyguards the incorrect date that they're needed. Maybe send them a message saying they're not needed today, but tomorrow.
Sure.
All right, so you guys
I don't
want
know
to?
if that's a thing that's like possible. I'm just throwing
right,
against the wall here.
So the idea is you want to try and go back to the office and change the
pack in
message.
the mainframe. Get his phone number get his agent number by getting into the network, and then use that number to send out to all the bodyguard agents. Or
So
I
you
guess
guys want?
look at his call history, find out which bodyguard agencies he's contacted, and then send them again. Send them a message saying that they're not needed until the day after.
Well, okay. So there's a couple things here. I mean, hold on before there's a couple things here. One, the concert is happening tonight, and so you want to try, you guys finished talking to Layla, did some researching, trying to figure out what's going, and then from there you want to go to the office and try and sneak in and see if you can make some adjustments into his thing.
Yeah.
We'd be able to do it remotely, like hack into his computer remotely.
Sadly, no. So, and this is something I don't know if I explained it before, but the internet as we know it in this setting is not the same as everything is always connected. Almost everything is tied to a local network that usually is only inside that building, or in pockets of that building. And that's what, whenever you get into a whenever you're doing net running, you're inside that local network. On the outside of that, it's like a big giant cloud storage thing, which is not necessarily a direct connection to your computer, but more of a place you can access data that people upload. So like these news articles are just like that. They're a news article that somebody uploaded that you went and found. This information that you found out about Layla is usually somebody found, maybe it's not necessarily like you search up the person and there's just like a dossier of them stuff. That library search is you finding articles about Cactus Water and that had the word Leela in it, or finding words about, things like that, and just putting it together yourself because you did such a good job searching. So it's more like just a big giant Google Drive that you can grab stuff from, and less about people being connected to the internet. Now your phones can talk to each other and communicate, but they're completely open. So like it's less more it's less secure, but also because it's less secure, there's less stuff you can do with it. Like you can't just go find call somebody and insert a virus in there, because it's not that direct of a connection, and it's so open that anybody who's sending information, is very easily for you to, like, if you wanted to tap in their phone and figure out what they're talking about, that's very easy. That's how open it is. But if you want to just change stuff and have control of their phone, you can't. That's difficult.
How well guarded did the office building look when we popped by? Was it just that one guy outside?
I mean, he was standing outside and it was pretty empty. But if you ask Raw, when he was walking inside, there seemed to be a good number of guards in there, security guards. It is the combat zone.
Yeah, I don't know how much luck we'd have if we wanted to sneak in. That seems like a really risky thing to do.
I mean, sneaking doesn't always have to be stealth. It could be a charisma type of sneaking.
Could be a charisma type of sneaking.
A cool type of sneaking. I guess not charisma. Cool.
Cool. Yeah. The only thing that comes to mind right away is Eamon pulling some like strings corpo-wise to go talk to him. But
unless we set up an appointment.
I suppose
Go
we
talk
could.
to them. See if they have a job opening.
You would know that
Walk in.
based on the conversation that he has, they seem to be like when Raw tried to go in and say that, they seem to be focusing on stuff. Unless you guys have a really convincing thing, which it's possible, it's gonna be really hard to get an appointment, but you can try. Especially a last minute appointment when they're struggling to try and get this concert down. Stop.
I think the tough part is just the time frame we have to work with, because technically the concert is in several hours from now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe we
don't
should
have a lot
shift
of
focus
time.
away from the building and more on the structure of the concert. Venice, is there anything you can do to make it more difficult for someone to cut the audio?
I could get cords lined in carbon fiber. That's a thing.
Will we be able to reroute the system to the... So, I guess, forgive me if I'm completely...
Backup generator?
Yeah, the concert equipment is run off a local network, right?
Right.
So
Could we hijack that local network and divert it to a different storage unit or a computer device? And then that way it would be harder for them to unplug it, because if they unplugged it from the network that the concert plugged in,
so
it wouldn't actually do anything.
It's less a network thing and more of just electricity to power the speakers and stuff like that. That's what you got from Leela when she was talking about what she wanted you guys to do. So the idea is that the original plan was that they had the concert. They're gonna roll, and this is what you guys got from before, is that the way this band works is that they usually plug their speakers into the local electrical grid, and then play their music inside a public location, and then they unplug and leave. And people were complaining that they would come around, people will have concerts, the place will get trashed because teens and college students are not caring and they're just having fun at a concert, and then they'll leave, and then people have to come and clean it up, and then eventually somebody started setting stuff on fire at the points where they had these concerts. So right now, from what you understand, is that they're probably going to show up in a truck and plug in and then start playing.
This might be just a try to do a big old defense on this outlet truck.
I think if we do that, then there's most certainly going to be injuries, if not casualties, which Layla seemed opposed to. I think we could try.
It's kind of shocking. She's putting a band in harm's way and inviting arsonist attack indirectly.
We could try and divert the attention of the promoter. Perhaps spread around that the divas have chosen a different spot for playing. Maybe they realize they've been had.
That's a good idea. Yeah, okay. We could also maybe try
Well,
to
that
light some
instantly
smaller
loses our
fires.
creds too, though. If it doesn't happen at the office, we don't get paid. I don't see how we get paid.
No, we only leak to this promoter that doesn't want the concert to happen. We only leak it to him.
How would you suppose we leak it to him? Suppose we could lie.
I don't know enough about how the internet works here, to how the lack of internet works.
So
how does he get his news?
I mean, you could put it on the data pool, but if there's some random person puts something on the data pool, they're not going to have the clout to be taken
put
seriously.
It just on his local area network.
I mean, you could if you're able to sneak inside his building, get access to his net architecture, and put a file there. You could, but I mean, then he'll look at it. Then he'll go and search because what turned out to be the concert tonight was people put the word out there. Like the Digital Divas said, "Hey, we're gonna have a concert here tomorrow night. Come and see us. Come and see us," as like a guerrilla thing.
Hear me out, guys. What if
you could do it, but it's gonna be hard to do it without having the clout. Maybe you know somebody who has clout who could do it.
What if he's on the dating app and we just lie to him through that? If he's on this silly little dating app that Dom was so kind to introduce to us a few hours ago.
Whoa.
That could work. We lure him somewhere and then keep him hostage until the bands does their thing. Have him call the bodyguards off.
I mean, if you guys want to just find him and like bully him into not calling the band, you could try that.
We could just bully him. Yeah.
Seems the most surefire way.
I don't know.
That's gonna be you as a new Edgerunner group going up against a corporate back promoter.
I think we should just buckle down and just try the defense. I think it might get a little violent per se, but unless we somehow had some of the fans light some smaller fires away from the concert to try to distract the bodyguards or some of the bodyguards that are there, or some of the extra muscle that's there, I feel like we might just have to buckle down and punch faces.
Everybody has a bat, right?
I got a katana.
Oh, it's non-lethal.
A katana is definitely not non-lethal.
No, it slices as it dices.
Mm-hmm.
Doc has no melee weapon.
You have your fists.
Should we
True.
go pick up a fire extinguisher somewhere?
So do you want me to get into his computer or not?
So what are whiskey?
Sneaking in just doesn't seem like a super beneficial idea unless we tried to charisma our way in with a smile and a wave.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we don't really have much of a reason to try to get in there in the first place. Unless we were some kind of... He's already seen our faces, and that's what makes this a lot harder.
Yeah.
He knows we were a group of people in a crew. So it's hard to just lie to him and say, oh, we're from so-and-so. Because obviously, we're not.
And keep in mind what your job was, getting paid for. Remember, keep in mind. And I probably should mention. I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but you guys are not heroes. You guys are not. It's not like D&D where you guys have to save the day. You guys are Edgerunners who have a personal goal, and that's the personal goal you want to do. I mean, if you want to help somebody because you care about them, go for it. You have your player agency to do that, but you're not obligated to help anybody or to save the day.
To me, this seems like two corporates just beefing with each other, and one of them happens to be paying us.
Yep.
I don't know how we managed to make this job so complicated.
God. You really did, huh?
It's okay.
I just want to scout out the place. This is why I shouldn't try to make smart characters. I'm just a dumbass. Good.
Oh no, don't worry, Zaman.
No, this is all OC. I'll probably just
Don't worry, Will.
show up with a drug dealer next session. Call it good.
No, it's good. This is actually really smart because you guys are brand new Edgerunners and you're kind of learning like, okay, how does this actually work?
Play a dipshit that bungles into fucking up a 300 Eddie job.
I was with you, dude. I was with you trying to scope this place out. I thought it was a good idea.
You've been an exec who hasn't done anything that has to do with this before. You haven't been an Edgerunner before, so now you're learning.
Yeah,
you're a very goal-oriented exec.
Yeah. In the exec work, going above and beyond like this is how you get promoted.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
All right.
Don't involve violence.
All right. So, are you guys going to try and do something at the office, or are you guys going to just go to the concert and hang out there and see if you can stop security from unplugging?
We should do letter of the law here. Just follow the request.
Yeah, unless anyone has a good idea about how to get in the building, we might just want to wait for the concert and follow the letter of the law, as he says.
Bats it is. Right.
All right.
Point out that the letter of the law also includes not killing anybody.
We're not killing anyone, guys. We're not killing anyone. No
That's
one.
what the bat's for.
That's what the bat's for. Yes.
So mechanically wise, ways to knock somebody out without killing them. Choking is non-lethal.
Okay.
You can do non-lethal with certain weapons, and martial arts and brawling are non-lethal. Guns are always lethal, and bladed weapons are always lethal, including spiked weapons like a spiked bat is always lethal. But I mean, remember, unlike monsters in D&D, like these are all people. So if they get hurt too much, I don't think anybody's going to stick around and just die.
I have a decent brawling, so I could probably choke some people.
Yeah. All right. So
we're just gonna run. We'll do a live.
All right, you guys are heading towards the concert then.
I think so. Yeah. Unless we got any. I think we're probably gonna end up fighting a bunch of people at the concert. If we broke in, we'd probably end up fighting a bunch of people. So at least this way, we're cutting out the middleman. We're actually at the concert.
All right. Alrighty. Let's see here.
Cactus Water is such a name for a water company.
I like that they actually made an ad for it too.
Yeah. I know, cactus juice.
It's the quenchiest.
Delicious.
All right. So, as you guys, okay, so as you guys get kind of close towards you guys spend it. Oh, actually, I guess I'll ask this: is there anything you guys want to buy before you come in here? Like, do you want to try and find a blunt weapon or something like that?
Is there something very cheap?
Oh, I have an
so-
umbrella.
How many times can you hit something with an umbrella before it breaks, though?
We'll find out.
Don't stab him.
Let me see. A medium melee weapon. That's blunt. It's about $50. You can just buy it anywhere.
Sold.
All right.
Amazing. What kind of blunt
That
weapon
was
do you buy?
that's 2d6 bludgeoning damage, and it's a weapon. And it could be a baseball bat. It could be a nightstick. It could just be a pipe that's fitted out to be how you want, like a really good a really decent pipe that's not going to break when you hit people with it.
Pipe sounds good.
All
A
right.
normal baseball bat painted to look like a Nerf bat.
Yeah. If you want to get something heavier, heavy.
Money is a premium, Dom. I cannot do
Right.
that right now.
All right,
We're
that's
all poor
100.
now.
Drugs are
Sorry.
expensive.
Yep. Yep.
Is
Yeah.
this weapon in the compendium somewhere?
Yeah, it would be considered medium melee weapon.
Okay.
And you can name it however you can name it. You can rename it to whatever you want to be, lead pipe, or
If I bite people, is that considered non-lethal?
if as long as you're not putting poison in them.
Hey, sounds good. All right.
Yeah.
Alright. Shades will also grab a bat.
All right.
It's not gonna show
Get your
up to
medium melee
this.
weapon. 50 eddies.
It's not gonna show up to this without something saying. It's idiotic.
All right. So as you guys get drive up down the closest to the parking lot, it starts to get really crowded. There's a lot of people who have showed up, and there's no parking spaces inside the parking lot. So, Shades, where do you want to leave the car? Would you like to leave it somewhere further down? Try and just pull off on the corner and park on the sidewalk.
Probably. I'd take us down half a block
Mhm.
and see if there's a parking somewhere to park it a little farther
Keep 'em-
away.
Keep in mind, you would know this, that in the combat zone, just leaving your car unattended someplace, it's very dangerous because people will try and break in and steal it. But for you, I mean, you're pretty good. You have the bulletproof glass, so somebody can't just break the glass. They'll actually have to rip open a door or something like that to get through, which might be too much work and deter people. So,
Yeah,
but I
parking
will.
at the corner also kind of felt, 200 people were about to show up.
Yeah, but at least your car will be in line of sight. But yes, there's a lot of people there, and they're all, ready to burn it down and
You
hurt the
probably
establishment. So
You park a little far away. To,
yeah, you
there'll
can
be
park it far
200
away,
plus
but
rioters.
yeah. So just know
yeah.
that parking your car unattended is going to be dangerous in the combat zone.
Yep. All gonna take that risk this time.
Okay, so I won't drag your car out. So your car is down the street. You found a. Go ahead and give me. This is south. If somebody who Fenris, you would if you give me a local expert, you could probably find a good spot around here that might be a good place to hide a car.
Okay.
So this is South Night City. I mean South combat zone.
Local experts under awareness? No.
Education, I think.
Yeah, education.
Education. Yeah, there it is.
All right. Yes. Fenris points out a very good. It looks like a very secure location to store your car. It's kind of off the road and inside of an alleyway where you can kind of drive out when you're ready, but people passing by, walking through, are not gonna. It's hard to pay attention in this area. You have a sense that it might be, your car might be safe, at least, not all night, but at least for a while there.
Good fun, Finn. Pull us into the alley.
Probably get one of those auto drive things so we could just drive around unattended.
That's something a tech could invent.
Raise an eyebrow. You could steal my car? Hell no.
He finished laughs grimly, but
Talking to the speaker.
All right, are we
All right.
ready?
Yeah, let me bring you guys to this map.
So I'm looking at my skills. I have a very, very high security and electronics skill. Would I be able to take a peek at the plug-in, quote unquote, that they're going to be using, and would it be possible for me to reinforce that anyway using that skill?
I mean, possibly once they have it plugged in, you can kind of see it, but
Okay.
they haven't arrived yet when you guys show up.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys here, you guys show up. There's a large crowd. They are actually, hold on, wait a second. I think I got some ambient for this.
This map looks really nice. I love all the neon signs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These are definitely some disenfranchised college students.
All right. People are just milling about, making noise. You can kind of hear like people like trying to sound off fireworks and stuff like that. But it's just them holding
Did we lose
their
Dom?
phones.
Oh, never mind. My internet must just blip for a second.
No,
No,
my internet blipped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I lost. It said I lost connection for a second. But yeah, so you guys arrive, and let me see here. Okay.
Where's Ra
And
at?
there's a huge crowd. Oh yeah, let me ring out Ra.
As
Yes.
Ra's getting out of the
Forget
car, Amon's gonna look at him and say, "You gonna listen to me this time?"
Yeah, I did listen to you last time. It just when I went through and asked him, he said no.
You didn't listen to me.
Okay, boss. What do you need?
Just need you to listen to me. We're going to be
Okay, I'll
working
listen.
together in dangerous situations. I need to know that you're going to follow directions.
Yeah. Look, okay,
I didn't
yes.
tell you to break his legs. I didn't tell you to rough him up. I told you to bring him outside.
I went and asked him to come outside. He didn't want to. I'll try better next time.
That's all I ask.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what's the plan here, boss?
Buddy blend. Look out for the band.
I think we're gonna sit back and watch things. If the promoter comes out and tries to cut things off, I guess first we'll try distraction, and then next we'll try. Amon gestures to the various bats people are holding. Are we people just? Are people just got the bats like over your shoulders, or are these like concealed, or? Because if we walk in carrying a bunch of melee weapons, then things are probably gonna get violent pretty quick.
I got an umbrella open. Nice, shady.
So let me give you. I got some flavor text here
Keep
for
it-
you too.
Keep it concealed, at least for the moment.
All right. Yeah. So as you guys come around, you kind of see the crowd, and the crowd is very much a bunch of like teens and college students. They all seem to be wearing like a combination of like urban flash like jackets with lights in it, and a lot of them are like have like what you call it, EMP threading inside their skin, and they're ready to like rock out. They're all like, everybody seems to be in anticipation. It is a pretty big crowd. It's very difficult to move. Like I just think of it like, even though I showed this many tokens, it's much more than this. So it's a very huge, deep crowd, and the whole parking lot is filled.
Do we even know where the band is setting up?
As you kind of, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Here, there you go.
To be honest, I'm surprised the guards aren't out already.
Yeah, the crowd is here, and as you guys come around, you kind of eventually do notice that it is a very heavy crowd, and there are some guards trying to move people out the way. Kind of see them now that you get a little bit closer. You kind of see them kind of show up. There's a few of them, and they're trying to handle the crowd, but the crowd's not necessarily listening. And there's not right now. You haven't seen too many guards come out. It seems like the crowd is kind of overpowering the number of security guards that are out here. And you kind of see like some of them are like, yeah, go ahead, hit, like trying to start something. And then there's other college kids with like their agents out recording whenever somebody's like messing up something. So like there's kind of a bit of a standstill between the crowd and the guards, trying to stop them and get them away, while also not trying to start an incident and make a scandal for the corporation.
Would you say like roughly the number of people is to guards?
Probably like 15 people per guard.
Jeez, I don't even know if we need to be here.
All right.
Hopefully don't try to unplug anything.
Yep. So as you guys kind of come through, you kind of see like Leia there, and over here on the side here, she waves you guys over.
Stay on the edge of the crowd and don't get sucked in.
You gotta edge run it.
Edge, got it. Our first edge running.
Roll credits.
All right. So as you guys come up, she says, "Okay, good. You guys are here. Look, it seemed like the crowd. There's a lot more guards here than I expected, but the crowd seems to be because so many people showed up. Seems to be holding them back bay. But if we do start the concert and they start getting rowdy, the guards are definitely going to go ahead and try and unplug. And what we're going to be using as the backstage is over there behind those dumpsters. There's a let me see here. What's the name of this place? The Hojo Rickstraw office, which is right here. It's kind of a let me see here. It's a rickshaw office. Okay. They have a connection in the back that they're willing to let us plug into. Apparently, they're already stealing electricity from Central Dams anyway, so they're okay with us just plugging in. But anyways, once the truck is here, they're gonna plug in and instantly start a concert, and then I want you guys to stay in the back and try and make sure no one unplugs it. You guys can enjoy the concert while it's happening, listen to some sweet music, and then hopefully if they don't show up at all, then you guys made an easy 300. But if they do show up, try and make sure they don't unplug so the concert can go forward, and they can understand how dangerous it is to have a concert when something like this is going on. Another thing too is just keep an eye out, because we don't necessarily want a arson to actually happen. So if you do see somebody acting strange, try and stop them if they're going to be doing anything like that. We're just trying to scare them, not actually start a fire here. All right, so it's just a matter of time before they show up. And as she says that, you hear a large truck comes down the drive aisle and turns in. Standing on top of the truck is the band, and the crowd kind of parts as the truck is driving through, backing in and placing the stage. So I don't have my toy truck coming in yet, but I do have the location for the stage and everything like that. So here, this is the stage. It gets set up here. The band steps up on top, and a couple groupies from the band steps off the stage and begins to pull a cable from the stage to the back area. And Leia saying, "That's where you guys need to go." All right, let me show the band. Right, and as they run in and plug in the stage, all the lights turn on.
Whoa.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, and then as soon as they get plugged in, the amp roars. One of the members, Kenneth. Actually, let me pop up all their art. So you see the bass guitarist, Kenneth De Leon, the drummer, and Reagan, the main singer. All right, and they start playing. They just instantly start playing, and actually have their music for there. And actually, you know what? We'll say as soon as they plug in, the music starts, and that's where we'll end the session.
What does their music sound like, though? I want to know.
Okay, hold on. I do have their music.
Give us a little taste.
Yeah. I'll give you the taste. I'll give you the taste. Hold on.
Their tracks.
Yeah. I need to know if I'm a fan or not.
Yeah. Hold on. No, I got it. Hold on.
It'll decide how well I do with this next encounter.
Yeah. Hold on. Where is it at here? Here it is.
Oh.
Dang.
I'm a fan. I'm a disgruntled college student who wants to riot and burn things.
And another thing too, as you know, are running past and they start playing, you see a person in the crowd going crazy
God
as they
damn
start
it.
playing.
Oh, okay.
All
I
right.
gotta go deal with that later.
Okay. I'll bring you guys
grounded.
back to the dashboard. All right.
Is this
All
an
right.
actual band, by the way? I'm just curious.
Well, the music that's playing right now is from Cyberpunk 2077. This is actually a song from the radio
Oh, cool.
in the game,
Not listening to
but it worked out really well for this band here in this game, in this
Nice.
this thing.
I'm a fan. I like
All
it.
right,
Yeah. It would fit.
alrighty.
Alright. Thanks for the game.
Alrighty.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we'll keep them playing while we're talking. I'll turn them down a little bit. All right. So yeah, this was. I mean, you guys still haven't finished the prologue mission, but hey, you're about to. But
As it all goes up in flames.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you guys. I mean, stuff can happen, and you guys have the freedom to do. You know, you guys are in a city, and you guys are just people living in the city who could do what anything else any other person can do. And so, yeah, you could, go ahead and just tell the promoter a thing before people tell you what's going on. But hey, it's a learning experience. And who
I
knows,
thought it was
maybe-
a good idea. Will I was on board with it.
Yeah,
No, that's good.
If we weren't going to lose so many Eddies, I think
Yeah.
Shades would be for it, but like, the Eddies.
Yeah. It's like it's
I
our
mean-
first job too, so it's like we fucked up, but it's like we don't want to like
We're
crash
a
and burn our
natural
first job.
detective
Yeah.
party.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you know, it might be like just, you know, don't it happened and we're gonna roll with it. And don't think it's like you guys like really messed up. Like you guys are learning. This is your first job. It makes sense. So yeah.
Hey, we'll get better at this. We'll be maybe when we go by, we'll be a little more discreet. And won't just tell a random guy.
Shift won't park on the front next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
You guys just showed up like, hey, yeah, we came here
I
for the
mean,
job. Wait, what job?
I blame all this on Deadwas. He was up there navigation. Wow.
Yeah. If I've learned anything, it's that we can just blame it on Ra, and that can just
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
Man, this guy's loyalty is gonna go down so fast.
Yeah, you're so mean to him.
There's a point to
Nicer.
it, don't worry, there's a point.
You're so cruel.
There's a method
Wait,
You
to
just
it.
hire
How
him.
much is this guy costing you?
His soul.
Depends. It's not cheap.
Don't worry. Eventually, don't worry. At some point, your patron Raven Augment is gonna ask for something. Almond. Don't worry about that.
Come to that when we come to it.
Yep.
And it get a little smoother too once we like kind of get in the groove of how some of the tech hacking, what is and isn't easily possible.
So I will let you know right now. Most of the hacking, like physical
Data
hacking,
mining.
is going to be more of a tech thing and using electronic security search. Net running is more of a cyber security type of thing rather than a like hacking for something physically to be done, whereas taking control of a network, those are the two separations. Whereas techs are good at taking over a physical thing by being next to it and hacking it, whereas net runners are good at taking over a network and having control over an environment because of what they're doing. So you're very limited to only being on the net run in the areas that have net architectures. And the whole world doesn't have a net architecture, but individual buildings most likely do. Any type of building you go into is probably going to have some type of net architecture that's related to it. But out in the street, in the open like this, unless somebody's running around with a personal net architecture, there's not going to be that much net running.
All right, and the net running can be done remotely.
It's not fully remotely. You have to be 6 meters away from an access point.
Okay.
But but that access points can be many places. It could be at the front desk of a office. It could be in the bathroom of a building. It could be someone's backpack. It depends on where it is. And usually anything that is currently connected to the net architecture can count as an access point. So say the access point is like a thing on a console on the wall, and that console controls a camera. That camera is now also an access point because it's being controlled on the net architecture. So you could go up to a camera and get access to the net architecture because it's connected to it.
We'll have to see if any of the buildings nearby have any net architecture you could link up to. I don't know necessarily what would be here for you, but like there might be some funky stuff you could do.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm assuming the office building would have had it.
Yeah, if you guys got inside and went inside there, they would definitely have a net architecture.
Yeah, but netting would give us the allowance of the network, which would control like security and communication flow, but not necessarily access to the files. That's
Well,
the
no,
difference
it would be
between
more access
hacking
to the files. It'll be more So net architecture will give you more access to the files, whereas finding someone's phone and then using electronic security tag will give you access to the content of their phone and stuff like that, because their phones are not going to be connected to the network. Those are connected to the kind of overall data pool and things like that. Whereas the actual network where they save, they're like, okay, we paid this company this much money and we saved our invoice. That's going to be saved on their network, less on their phones. They're agents, and
Okay.
if you want to you want to get inside their get inside the office, get connected to their net architecture, go through some net runs and find their files and control things that are controlled in their office. That's what net architecture does. So controlling the cameras in the office, that's net architecture. Controlling the turns, controlling the lights, the fire sprinklers, things like that. That's going to be what you do with net running. It's more of an environment thing, and finding files that have been secured on their architecture, rather than like I want to gain control over their phone or personal things. It's more of an environment thing.
Okay. We're just trying to figure out exactly what we were trying to get Finn to do.
Pretty much assume. I'll let you guys know when there's something available to net run, and at least for now. And then eventually it'll be more of like you guys just Fenris will ask for a scan, and I'll let them know what access points are around. But you can assume that if you're inside of a building, there's some type of net architecture in there.
Sure,
Okay.
when we start to like get into combat and like not combat, but like more encounters, we'll get a better feel
Yep.
of
You will.
all
Yeah.
the roles and all the mechanics.
Yeah. We'll get a little better at thinking
Sounds
outside the
good.
box too, man.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I guess this takes place year-wise before 2077 ends.
Yes, this takes place in the year.
Edgerunners.
This takes place in the year 2045.
2045. So it's
Yep.
I'm trying to like I've played a little bit of the game, not a lot of it, but I'm also trying to like think of this is before some of the more futuristic stuff we may have seen, and other things. So
Yeah. So a lot of the stuff that's in the main thing that's in here that's not in 2077. I mean, that's not here, but in 2077 is like quick hacking, like just looking at something from far away and hacking it. That's not in this timeline yet. But most of everything else is in there. It's just not as available. So like having your agent inside your head and being able to have a little pop up, talk to you, stuff like that. Everybody in 2077, everybody has it. Over here, you can have it, but it's not as easily available. You gotta go and get it. It's not like you're born with it, or it's that readily available. That's the main difference. Is access to the tech rather than the tech not existing. All right.
All right.
Sounds good. Yeah,
it
thanks
was
for the
fun
game.
though. I'm excited to punch people with an umbrella
Yeah.
next week.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Alrighty.
I gotta bounce though. I got work in the morning.
Yeah,
same
thanks
here.
for
I gotta work
checking out the
tomorrow.
Stream.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I
All
will-
right. Thanks for tuning
I will
in.
see you all next week.